Welcome to my third HMG Navigator tutorial. This one is on loading survey data. Survey data presents a problem compared to, let's say, loading LWD gamma data or offset data in that it can't easily fit into an LAS file. And in this tutorial, I'll do a quick overview of survey data and why it presents this problem, how to load survey data manually using the program, how to create a vertical section azimuth with my program, how to create CVS files, which make loading lots and lots of survey data very simple. This is done through creating a CVS template, how to load a CVS template, and future changes I have planned for this software in regards to survey data. Survey data consists of three components. The first is the vertical direction azimuth. The vertical direction azimuth is a plane, a direction that consists of a straight line from your well location in a plan view, a straight line, to your planned TD location in plan view. The second component is your tie-in value. This consists of 8 components: your measured depth, your inclination in degrees, your azimuth in degrees, your TBD, your vertical section, your north-south, your east-west location, and your dogleg. The third component of survey data are your surveys, which consist of your measured depth, your inclination, and your azimuth. It should be noted that in surveys, when you get a survey, the TBD, the vertical section, the north-south, the east-west location, and the doglegs are computed values, whereas the measured depth, inclination, and azimuth are measured values. Survey data is entered in the page called Surveys. To navigate to the Surveys page, on the left, click the button that says Surveys. The survey page is pretty simple. It consists of this column here, which is your surveys, with these buttons that allow you to edit those surveys. On the right here is a profile view, and below it is a plan view. This red box contains your lateral selections, which you have two. You have the well plan and the lateral. To add a survey manually, click the Add button, and then fill out the measured depth, the inclination, and the azimuth. 473 for measured depth, inclination of 4.04, azimuth of 71.87. You can see the tie-in value here is the Kelly bush, and that's why this is all zeros, and the first value is 473. This is probably an example of the first survey they took drilling out a surface. You can see in the profile view there is a vertical line, because as we look over here, because our inclination is only 4 degrees, our TBD is very close to our measured depth value. On the plan view, we just have a little teeny blue dot because we haven't gone very far out in vertical. To edit a value, you just click on the Edit button. For example, I'll change this 473 to 4073. Just to show you what that does. Now we have a much longer line and a little bit more on the plan view. You can also delete a survey value by just deleting it. Tie-in values, which is always the first value in the list of surveys, cannot be deleted. To change the vertical direction azimuth, click on the button Change Direction and put in your new value. The fastest and easiest way to load survey data is through a formatted CSV file. To do that, on the survey page, click on the button Load CSV, and then select your CSV file that you want to import. You'll notice it correctly entered the direction down here. Here are all my surveys. And here, number 1, in the first row, is my tie-in value. For the wall plan, I'll do an example where the tie-in value is not at the Kelly bushing. In this example, my tie-in value is actually at the kickoff point at about 9,445 feet. Here's an example of a CSV file that is formatted correctly. There are three parts of it that you need to pay attention to. The first row here is your direction. Specifically, the direction needs to go in the 1A cell. Row 2 is ignored by the program. Row 3 is your tie-in row. So here's my tie-in values. Measure depth, inclination, azimuth, TBD, vertical section, north, south, east, west, and dogleg. And then every row below that are my surveys. And for that, I need to have a measure depth in column A, an inclination in column B, and an azimuth in column C. This example here will load fine. This example also will load fine because once the program sees a measure depth, an inclination, and an azimuth, it will ignore every other column that comes after that. The only row where you need to have a TBD, a vertical section, a north-south, an east-west, and a dogleg is the tie-in value, which is row 3. Now to make it easy to create a template, use this export button. So I'll export a template, save it, open it in Excel. Now all you would need to do to correctly enter data is to fill out this cell, this A1, and then your tie-in values, which are all zeros. And then what I will do is, from an Excel file that I get from the directional drillers, just copy paste all their surveys, and then save this as a comma CSV, comma delimited, and I will call this example 1. Close it and load it. There you see it correctly has my direction down here, 309.99. It's correctly loaded all my surveys. I first created this formatted CSV file version for my other two programs, the horizontal cross-section and the HMG strata log, about 9 years ago, and it's worked pretty well. But moving forward, I plan on creating a more simple way of directly loading data from Excel files. So I hope people will be patient and check back regularly, and I will give updates when I have made that upgrade. Thank you.